you're here, you were probably invited by someone who cares about you and wanted you to learn more information. And that's what you're going to get today.
So I'm going to turn it over to Mike. And Mike, let them know what we're all excited about.
We're going to be talking about Onpassive. Onpassive is an AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology company. You know, we all come in and we ask the same question, and this is bar none. And the question we ask is, can I make any money with it? And I'll make it very, very short. Yeah, you can make money with Onpassive, and you can make a lot of money with Onpassive. And this presentation is to show you how. As you look at Onpassive, it was developed by a gentleman named Ash Mufareh. He is the visionary. He is the mastermind behind Onpassive. And they've done some really extraordinary things online that have never been done before. And as you look at any business online that you're looking at to come in and try and make money with, you need a couple of things. Number one, you really need a global market. And when we look at Onpassive, why do you need a global market? You need as many people you can get in front of as you can. I mean, the bigger the market, the better. Ash Mufareh and his team, because of what they've done, we have a global market of about 4.6 billion people. So our market will never run out. That's really, really important when you're looking at a business online. The next thing that Onpassive has done, it is unlimited. There are no caps with Onpassive. And as you look at Onpassive, what that means is if you make $1,000, you can make 10,000. If you make 10,000, you can make 100,000. If you make $1 million, if you make 100,000, you can make $1 million. And that's a month, guys, not a year. With Onpassive, there are no caps. Onpassive will never take anything away from you. Another thing that you want to look at as you're looking at a business, make sure there are no qualifications. In other words, as you come in and participate, you don't have to recruit, you don't have to sell, you don't have to share. Anything that lands underneath you, you will get paid for. And I'm going to show you how that works. That's how we make money. But it's really, really important that a company doesn't give you so many qualifications that you never make any money. With Onpassive, there are no qualifications. And then the last thing, as you're looking at a company, how is it structured? Not only the company, but the pay plan. And is it 100% automated? And the only way to do that is with AI. Again, Onpassive AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology. And as we look at the AI, the artificial intelligence in Onpassive, it is throughout the whole company. And what it does for you is it makes your business 100% automated. You will come in, participate, and your business will be 100% automated. And for most people coming online, that's really, really important because they just don't have the skill sets to do what a Marty does or some of the gurus online do. You don't need that. Onpassive, because of the way they're structured, because of the artificial intelligence, it's a done deal. So let's get into really the genius behind Onpassive and some of the concepts that Ash Mufareh has implemented for us to make money. And his whole goal as he was putting Onpassive together was to take the 97% that come online and fail and turn that number around and make it 97% that come online will succeed. Not only will they succeed, he guarantees it. So let's get into the 4 concepts that I think just change everything. They change the world. The first one, as you come in and start to participate with Onpassive, it is a self-funding business. What does that mean? It means you will go out of pocket once. You will never go out of pocket again. Like Marty said, we've been in many, many businesses, and these businesses will suck you dry. They'll take and they'll take and they'll take, and they never give anything back. And obviously, when people aren't making money, they just quit, whether it's 3 months, 6 months, a year. It doesn't really matter. They're just out. That is not Onpassive. You will come in, you will pay once, you will never go out of pocket. The next one is just extraordinary. And this is the guarantee that Ash makes. As you come in, Onpassive is going to force you to be successful. And all that means is they're going to force you to make money. No, they're not going to make you dig ditches. It's what they do. It's the structure of Onpassive that will help you make money. And this is just absolutely I mean, it's so refreshing as you come into a business. You know you're going to make money. That is Onpassive. They're going to force you. They're going to make sure that you're making money, and that you can find that place of financial security where you're not worried about finances. That is Onpassive. The next thing that Onpassive does, it is as extraordinary. If you have a business, you have to get eyes in front of your business. You have to get good qualified eyes in front of your business that come in, love it, join, and pay. That's how you get paid. People have to come in and spend money. Onpassive is going to be driving traffic for all of us, and they are extraordinary when it comes to driving traffic. They are the best of the best. And I know that because I've been doing this a long time and I drive traffic. When I saw what they did, I was flabbergasted. I went, I'm in. This company is too good not to participate with. And I want to give you a couple examples. One 6 months ago, one just a couple of weeks ago. About 6 months ago, Onpassive decided to turn on their traffic source. And they just cranked it on. And their goal was to bring in 1 million opt-ins and do it as quickly as they could. And they didn't put a time frame on it. And in 4 days, they brought in 1 million opt-ins. Now, when I saw them do this, I was just amazed. That kind of volume is extraordinary. Nobody online does this. And here's the caveat. Onpassive 6 months ago, they did not use the AI technology they have today. And the AI today is throughout the whole company. But you combine the traffic with the artificial intelligence, and I believe they're able to bring in 1 million opt-ins, not in 4 days, but in 2 days, or 1 day, or 12 hours. And really what I want you to take from that is the sheer volume that Onpassive is going to be doing for us. And that's going to become very, very important here in just a second. The next example is something that Onpassive did just a couple of weeks ago, driving traffic. And Marty, Dan, and I, we had a couple of videos. And Ash took those 2 videos and decided to run a little bit of traffic through. Get that, a little bit of traffic through. And normally our videos, we get anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 views on a particular video. I mean, we do okay, but not great. And Ash just put it into his traffic sources. And in about 4 days' time with these 2 videos, we had 250,000 views. I don't know if you've ever been on YouTube or you've ever made any YouTube videos. It's really, really hard to get 1,000 views, unless you're some nut out there doing something just crazy. But if it's a serious subject, it's hard to get views on there. You have to know how to do it. Ash Mufareh got our YouTube channel 250,000 views in 4 days. That is unbelievable. And again, think about the volume. What Ash and his team in India can do, 600 strong technicians, what they can do to drive traffic and that type of volume, what that will do for our business. It's extraordinary. The next thing that Ash talked about, the 4th concept that I absolutely loved, was the customer side of Onpassive. And as we look at the customer side of Onpassive, obviously you have to have a product. Customers have to come in and buy a product or a tool. They're interchangeable. And the tools or products have to be very, very good for them to come in and buy them. Well, here's what Ash and his team of techies in India have done. They've gone out and created tools from the ground up, proprietary, and they are cutting edge. These tools are the best of the best. And as our customers come in, and they will be from all walks of life. They could be from K through 12. They could be colleges. They could be small, medium, large-sized businesses. They could be governments. They could be for personal use. And I believe it will be all of those. Will come in and use these tools because they are so good, they will never leave. They are absolutely going to fall in love with the tools of Onpassive. Let me talk about just a couple of the tools of Onpassive so you know where we're at. Initially, they started out with the automated marketing platform. And this platform has all the tools that people use to market online. And there are a ton of them. It could be a server, could be a page builder, could be a funnel builder, could be a communication module, could be an HR module, human resource module, which is a total business solution. It could be traffic. All of these and much, much more were in this automated marketing platform. Again, they're superior. There are other tools in Onpassive. There are a total of about 50 different tools in Onpassive, all of them proprietary, all of them cutting edge, all of them the best of the best. And as people start to come in and use the tools of Onpassive, they're going to absolutely love them. So we have all the elements we need of just an outstanding business based on what Ash and his team have done. And if you think about those 4 concepts, self-funding, forced to be successful, traffic, customers, and then you add the volume to that, we are in such a unique position to actually start taking care of our bottom line. And I believe over time, as people come into Onpassive, that those financial woes that you might have today, they will disappear and they will never come back. That's how powerful what Ash and his team have done. So how do we all come into Onpassive? Really good question. Today, there is a position. It is the founder position. And the founder position is a $97 position. You come in and pay the $97. And what it does, and this is all it does, is it locks you into the company of Onpassive. It locks you into the pay structure of Onpassive. That's all the $97 does. And why is that so important? We are scheduled to launch this year, 2020. Onpassive, as they launch, Ash is going to start driving traffic for all the founding members, and he's going to start building their team. And you have to understand, if you have a team, each person on your team is a different stream of revenue. You get paid off of that. Now, there's another thing you can do as a founding member. You can actually build your team on your own if you have that inclination. You don't have to do that. Again, Onpassive, 100% automated. You do not have to build a team. But if you're someone that has an inclination, a talent, a skill to do that, you can absolutely do that. And basically what building a team does is it cuts time frames. It will get you to that point of financial independence quicker than if you don't build a team. But we will all get there over time, and I'm not talking about years. So the founding position is a very desirable position, not only to come in and lock yourself in Onpassive, but to have them actually start to build your team. So once Onpassive launches to the world, to the whole world, how do we come into Onpassive? As founding members, we will come into Onpassive and we will come in as customers. We will come in and there is one membership level. We will pay that fee. That is the fee that I talked about in one of the concepts. You will pay once, you will never go out of pocket again. We will come in, pay that fee, we will never have to pay it again. It is a monthly fee, but the monthly fee will be paid from the profits of Onpassive. Once we do that, we go in the back office, we click a button, and we become independent resellers of the IT product. That is just a title. It does not mean you have to go out and sell. Independent reseller, you do not have to sell. It is a title. And it is the way Onpassive will pay us and stay within the regulations throughout the world. It's one of those things, it's a title we have to have for Onpassive to pay us. We all want to be there. Again, when we look at the membership level, there are no qualifications. You don't have to sell, you don't have to buy, you don't have to recruit. You will pay once. From there, the monthly payments will be paid from the profits that you make in Onpassive. And there are no qualifications for you to make money. Whatever lands underneath you, and I'm going to tell you how that happens, whatever lands underneath you, based on the sheer volume of Onpassive, you will get paid for that. And you will get paid very, very well. I have seen the pay structure of Onpassive, and you can barely talk when you see it, and you can tell that. When I think about the pay structure of Onpassive, there is so much money in there for us as individuals participating in Onpassive. It is just unbelievable what Ash and his team has done. And this is why he doesn't want to show the world what the pay structure looks like yet. He doesn't want them to get any kind of leg up. And when we launch and they see what's happening on Onpassive, their heads are going to be spinning. They're not going to know what to do. So I can't talk about the pay structure, but I can talk about how we're going to get paid basically. If you are a salesperson and you go out and you make 6 sales in a month, you will get paid for those sales by the company you work for. You're doing the work, you made the sales, you make a commission off those sales. That is not Onpassive. Onpassive, they're going to go into their toolbox. They're going to take out the traffic tool. They're going to start driving traffic for all of us. And Onpassive is going to do the work for us. When we pay Onpassive, we are outsourcing to Onpassive to do the work. And they're going to do the work. And as they do that, the sheer volume of Onpassive is going to be putting millions of sales underneath the founding members of Onpassive. Tens of millions of sales. Whatever lands underneath you, no qualifications, Onpassive will never take anything away from you. You will get paid for that. And as you look at the volume that Onpassive is going to be doing, it's going to be a fun time for everybody. It's the same way if you're a team builder and you've built a team. Again, Onpassive, they're going to take the tool of traffic. They're going to drive traffic for you. They're going to drive traffic for your team. But because these individuals on your team, you get paid off of their volume too, i.e. you will cut time frames. You will get to that place where your financial security is taken care of for good. Just quicker, that's all. But we will all get there. This is Onpassive. This is how it works. And I want to stick with the volume side of Onpassive just to make sure you understand what's going to be happening when Onpassive launches to the world. Today, we're doing a webinar on Zoom. Zoom is a company that they have about 200 million people come on and do a Zoom every day. They're a massive company. They're huge. The technology that they use is old technology, old. And they've grabbed old technology, put it in a box, thrown it out there, and people, because of their timing, have come in hordes and used this webinar product of Zoom. Onpassive will have a communication module. Within that communication module is a Zoom that they've created. Again, it is cutting edge, it is proprietary, it is the best of the best. And as Onpassive launches to the world, just this one product, I believe, will put Zoom out of business within a year. Now, there are 25 other webinar platforms out there. And I think the same thing will happen to them. I believe they're going to be out of business or close to it. I believe with just this one product, at the end of a year, Onpassive would be a unicorn company. And that is a company that has a value of $1 billion. It's a big company. It's never been done in that amount of time, that short amount of time to become a unicorn company 1 year. It's never happened before. Now we add all the other products of Onpassive. And again, Onpassive is going to be marketing all of these for us. And we look at the sheer volume that's going to be coming into Onpassive. Just with the webinar service, I believe tens of millions of people will come in. Now we look at all the other products of Onpassive and the amount of people that will be coming in just to use the products of Onpassive. Onpassive, and we already know this. This isn't something we don't know. We know this is going to happen the first day. Onpassive, as they launch day one, will be a company worth about $3 billion. That is a multi-unicorn company. That is going to happen. It's a done deal. It's already written in the cards because of what Ash and his team have done, because of the way Onpassive is structured, because of the founding members of Onpassive, because we are participating in this. This is our company, and Ash thinks of us as partners. It's a really, really big deal when you look at the sheer volume that Onpassive is going to be doing. And of all that volume, we get to share in all of it. It all goes underneath us. We get paid from it. Again, no qualifications. Whatever lands underneath you, and there's going to be a ton of it, you will get paid for that. I want to talk about one more thing, and then I'll turn it back over to Marty. I really want to talk about the genius behind Onpassive and Ash Mufareh. And when I saw this, I was just taken aback because I'd never seen anything like this before. I believe 80% of the customers that are going to come into Onpassive will be customers. That's all they'll be. They don't care about Onpassive. All they want to do is use a superior product that makes their job easier and their bottom line better. Really is as simple as that. And this 80% of customers, they have a pretty good budget right now. They're paying for tools they're using right now. They'll switch over to Onpassive and never leave. Why is that important? They will never leave because of the quality of the tool, and that makes them someone that will come in and pay month after month after month after month. What does that do for us? It makes our income residual. It not only makes it residual, but over time, it will be residual walk-away money. You'll be able to walk away and never worry about money again. Really, really some cool stuff with that 80%. But here's what Ash did. There's another 20% out there, whatever the numbers are, they're somewhere in there, that will come in, they'll use the tools, they'll buy them, pay the monthly fee, use the tools, and they're going to love them, absolutely love them. But this group is a little different. They don't have the budget that the 80% has, and they're always worried, can I pay next month's bill and continue to use these tools, because they're going to love them. Here's what Ash has done. As they come in and use the tools and pay the monthly fee, over time, the cost of those tools will go down for them. They're going to love it. Over time, the cost of those tools will be zero. They will never leave. Over time, Onpassive is going to pay them to use the tools. What's going to happen is they're going to junk what they're doing. They might brought another company over, put it on the automated marketing platform for Onpassive to drive traffic for them. They're going to find that they're making more money with Onpassive. They're going to junk what they're doing, and they're on Onpassive full time. That is so ingenious because of the quality of the product, because of the way Ash treats the customers. And this is really throughout all of Onpassive. Ash does this with everything. It is so ingenious. Onpassive is going to be doing things totally revolutionary, things that have never been done online, the type of volume that's never been done online, becoming a unicorn company day one, never been done before. When you think about Onpassive, Onpassive was made for you and I to take care of those financial needs, to build wealth, and Ash has developed everything based on that principle to help everybody build wealth online. Keep it simple when you're talking about Onpassive. Onpassive is massive. There are a lot of moving parts in Onpassive, but Ash has made it very, very simple for us. Self-funding, forced to be successful, going to drive traffic for you, and customer is royalty, and then keep the volume in the back of your head. Keep it simple. It was made for you, and as you move forward and become a founder, and I always recommend you pay the $97, you will be in a position where your life is going to change now. That's how close we are. And as your life changes, as those finances change, you can actually live the lifestyle you've dreamt about and just haven't been able to do that yet. Marty, I'm going to end it there. I'm going to hand it back over to you. And I know there's some gaps there. Go ahead and fill them in, and we'll go from there.
Thanks, Mike. Outstanding as always. You know, Mike talks about a unicorn company. Actually, they're very rare where they're worth $1 billion. And for a company to launch and be worth $1 billion, if not more, on day one is unheard of. It just hasn't happened. I'll give you some names and companies and how long it took them to make $1 billion. Google, to make first $1 billion, took 5 years. Everybody Googles, okay? Let's face the facts. Facebook, everybody knows who Facebook is. It took them 6 years to make $1 billion. Spotify, 8 years. Dropbox, 10 years. Netflix, okay? You know what Netflix is. 10 years to make $1 billion. Apple, 14 years. Microsoft, 15 years. Intel, how many computers have Intel inside them? That's their operating system. 16 years. Walt Disney, 69 years. IBM, 79 years. So for a company to launch and be worth $1 billion is amazing. Mike also brought up about Zoom. Now, Zoom a year ago was worth about $19 billion, which is outrageous. I mean, they're the big boys on the block, without a doubt. But put a little bit of thought into this. From last year to this year, they went from 19 billion to 125 billion. Over $100 billion increase in 1 year. That's mind-blowing. And Onpassive, when you turn on Onpassive, when you go online in the months to come, there'll be something there for everyone. Absolutely everyone. It's not just a place to run a business from. It will cover every aspect of life when you get online. It's phenomenal. And like Mike said, it's automated, automated, automated. You don't have to do anything. We pay the company to build for us. And how we pay them, one time out of pocket, first time. Every time after that comes from the profits that you made from the very company that you're paying to build your business. It's mind blowing, absolutely mind blowing.
Yeah, just real quick, Marty.
Okay.
Let's end it with the new people that are here. Keep this very, very simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. Come on in, understand what's happening, and then as you come in and spend the $97, continue to explore Onpassive. I can tell you, based on our experience of 18 months, that it gets better and better and better. And what that means is when you understand what's happening, you're gonna look at your bottom line and what you have in the back of your mind, and that's going to start to increase exponentially because it's there in front of you. So keep it simple, keep exploring Onpassive, and believe me, within a week or two, you're just going to be dancing on the roof. So that's it for today, Marty.